indigenous communities that started in town. Areas like Lamashugu, areas like Sabonida, areas like Changle, Tishugu and all. It's even difficult for fire service to access those communities should there be any outbreak of fire disaster and all that. Now the new areas that are coming up, we seem to be failing in terms of how we are planning these communities and stuff. I would want you to throw more light and perhaps a recommendation to every stakeholder who has a role to play as to why they should consider this. And my last question also has to do with the fact that is there some outmoded development or practices that we still have in our community? One key example would be the way we run public toilet system. Should it be boycotted and taken out of our community, where each and every household is encouraged to have their own latrine system? If it is still there, have they outlived their usefulness? What are the problems they are generating for us?
So the first one you talked about the planning, new settlements among others. Look, I've been lamenting on that for a while now.
Look,
it shows failure on the part of our duty bearers, the assemblies. You see, if in some serious countries, the people, assemblies create communities. They create cities. I remember some time back, I was in China, and the plan for that year was that they were going to upgrade certain villages into cities. It was a government policy. So they went about breaking down old indigenous houses and rebuilding modern houses for those people for free. Government policy.
In China?
Yes. I witnessed
where there is small population.
Yes. And because they know, they understand their problem, they have numbers, and the land space is not that much compared to Russia, for instance. So they like high-rise buildings. And they are serious about it. My old man, who also stayed in Saudi Arabia for several decades, told me that you could see that the government can just get that we're going to create a new city here. They'll send construction equipment. The first thing they do is to create access routes. Nobody has thought of staying in that area, but government is already planning for people. They create access routes there, send water, and then electricity. They do that even before they start selling lands in that area. So they will do access routes, water, and electricity, and they label those lines, start selling. So before you buy a land, there is an electrical pole closer to that land. When you build, easy connection. There is already a pipe connected there, so you easily connect to the water. That's how we plan cities. But you don't wait for people to go and occupy the land like the way bacteria do. Sit anyhow, build anyhow, then suddenly you appear there as government. That you want to plan it. What were you doing initially?
You will end up asking for bigger compensation. They break the law first. Should their houses be impacted by this planning? So demand for compensation.
So my recommendation is that it may be expensive for government to do those things. And here is a chiefs that own the lands. So what I would advise or what I would recommend for our dear chiefs to do is, if you have to demarcate land for settlements, they usually will contract surveyors to demarcate the land. Why don't you get developers? Hand the land over to them. Maybe tell them that this land, I want each piece of land, maybe 100 by 120 or 80 by 100. I'm selling it at 1,000 cedis.